Right, everybody, hello and welcome back to Zesty Thoughts with your host Annábla. This episode will be coming out on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I am currently in Saudi Arabia visiting my boyfriend and his family. So happy Thanksgiving from here, from halfway across the globe. I hope that everyone has a wonderful family-filled day. Even though this is coming out on Thanksgiving, I hope that you have enough to do that you don't get a chance to listen to it. You feel me? So you can spend time with family and friends. But if you are listening to this on Thanksgiving, I just want to say thank you. Thank you everybody for tuning in this year. This has been such a cool experience for me so far. I've really enjoyed this. I've been wanting to do a podcast for so long, and having this as an outlet to share my thoughts and just like gab and chat with friends, so far has been so much fun. So I'm grateful for everybody that listens and that will listen. And yeah, I just wanted to put that out there before I continue on with the video. Obviously, I'm not in America right now, so like it's a little bit weird. This is the first time I've never had like a formal Thanksgiving celebration. So like obviously like I'm not gonna be celebrating here. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving here. I very well could have like planned ahead and made that happen. But alas, we're here. But like I'm definitely going to be, taking tomorrow to give thanks and just like reflect on how my year has been, and just spend like quality time with, another part of my family, some new family that I have. I'll be taking the day to like really give thanks, which is obviously what Thanksgiving is all about. I'm here to spend quality time, with my boyfriend and his like loving, welcoming family. So obviously that is like the main thing that I am grateful for. I'm so lucky that, they've welcomed me in and been so kind to me, and, taught me about their family and their culture and this beautiful country and city. And yeah, I've just enjoyed every second of it. It's my second time visiting, and it's been amazing. It's better than the first time because I've been able to, chat more with family and bond more and, learn some amazing things about, my boyfriend and where he comes from and what makes him, the amazing person that he is, which is it's a privilege to be able to learn that, not everybody gets the chance to do that. So it's really, really cool. I'm loving it. I have a few other things that I want to say that, give thanks for before I move on with the episode. I'm really lucky that, considering that we have a long distance relationship, I'm very grateful for technology for giving us the ability to like stay in close contact. Obviously our distance is like very, very far. So, being able to still keep in touch, is just something that I am so grateful for. I can't even imagine what it would be like if we didn't have like FaceTime, for example. I can't even imagine. I don't know how people did it back in the day. So I'm super grateful for that. I'm also just like grateful that I have the ability to like travel and visit his family and spend time with them. Like not everybody, even in a long distance relationship, is like in a financial point to be able to do that. So I feel very privileged that I'm able to get this time with them. And yeah, so that I'm super grateful for, that I'm just able to be here, I'm very grateful for like how welcoming everyone has been since I've been here. Obviously, his family aside, like the people in this country, specifically, we're in the East Coast, like Al Khobar area, and people are very friendly everywhere we go, like restaurants, cafes, like everywhere. Everybody's very, warm, and welcoming and friendly, even with, tourists and stuff. So that's been great. Sometimes, you hear stories like when you travel to other countries and you hear their general opinion on tourists, and usually it's not the best. So, you try to like make light of that and respect the culture. And I've like made sure that, part of me being here is also like respecting that aspect of it, considering like I'm not Muslim and this country, majority of the country is. So it's been really cool to learn about different aspects of this culture, like the arts and fashion and stuff. We went to this like cultural center. It's called Ithra. It's like a cultural center for like arts, and it's like a library also. It's really cool. So we went there last year as well, and went through the museum and saw a bunch of like cool exhibits on like famous like mosques and like architecture, like Islamic architecture. And they have like an Islamic art like conference going on right now. So we went last night and got to go through the museum and see all of the new art. It's just really, really cool. It's like something that like growing up in the US, I was like never exposed to at all. I maybe had like one or two Muslim friends, but like in middle school, like we weren't even like close. Like I didn't get to learn about that aspect of their identity in any way. So like this has been so cool to see like the beauty in the art and everything. It's been really, really cool. They had like displays, basically just like different famous art pieces from like different Muslim countries and communities throughout the world that reflected on people's identity and their connection to Islam and like their communities. And I don't know, it's really cool. I just love art. Like I love when art can give you like a deeper dive into people's way of life and like their spirituality and their like community and their ability to like connect with like nature and each other. Even like not, far from each other, like communities being able to connect with other communities, with stuff like that in common. So it's really, really cool. So I really appreciative of that experience, being able to go there and like see some really cool art. I will link the website in my bio, and maybe I'll put some like art up here too, because there was some really, really cool stuff. But yeah, I've just had like a great experience here. I'm so grateful for it. Super grateful for it. Like even like last night in the museum section, I was using the restroom, or before we went into the museum, I used the restroom, and I had to comment on this. Like, I just love that women talking in the bathroom is a universal experience. Obviously in America, it's like very casual. Girls like make friends in the bathroom, and it's just like a thing. Like it's like a casual thing. I didn't know whether to expect that, in another part of the world. I don't know that I'd experienced that anywhere else before. And a woman in the women's restroom last night was very kind to me. I've been wearing an abaya while I've been here. Like we went shopping, I got some new abayas. I'm just like trying to look the look, y'all, you feel me? I just feel so like glamorous in them, and I love them. But I was struggling a little bit because it's kind of long. It was kind of long on my arms, and I was trying to like pull it up and wash my hands, but then my purse was like falling off my arm, and this one was like, "Do you need help?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Thank you so much. Like, you're so kind." She's like, "Yeah, no, that's okay. No worries." And she like, cause the sink was like automatic, but when you put your hand under and it turns on, it wasn't like that. It was like, there was like a separate thing that you wave your hand in front of, and then the sink was over here. So I was kind of struggling a little bit. I should just put my purse down, but She was very kind, and she was like, yeah, no worries. She's like, are you from here? Like, where are you from? I was like, no. Like, obviously I'm not, I was like, I'm from America, I'm from California. And she was like, oh, no way, like, welcome. And she was just so nice. Like, she helped me out. She helped a girl out, and she was like, welcome to Saudi. She's like, I hope you have a fun like time here. Da, da, da. I was like, yeah, like, I'm enjoying this. My second time. Like, I love it. It's beautiful, and it's way better weather. This time I was here last May, and it was like brutal, but the weather has been amazing. Like, I've gotten so lucky. Obviously I'm here in like a winter, so it is the ideal time to visit. I would recommend. But yeah, it's been great. I just loved that she was so friendly, and I was like, okay, sweet, like, this is a universal experience. Like, women are, the girls, and they're like super friendly and helpful in that way. And I was just like, okay, it made me like feel a bit more comfortable, that a girl was like so friendly, and that was so nice. So shout out to her. Thank you for helping me out when I was struggling with my abaya in the sink. But yeah, we had a great time. We have had such a fun week. Okay, so rewind to last Wednesday. I flew in. My flight from LAX was at like 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Practically like a red eye, because then it was a 12-hour flight with a layover in Istanbul. And then when I got in Istanbul, it was like also like 7 p.m. So it's like basically like 24 hours essentially, but only 12 hours because of the time difference and everything. So, my first flight was like very smooth. It was much more comfortable. I was flying Turkish Airways. It was way more comfortable of like a seat and everything than last time when I flew Qatar Airways. Also got really lucky. I was in an aisle seat. I'm an aisle girly all the way because I like to get up a lot, and like I hate asking people if they can get up, and I don't mind whatsoever if people ask me to get up. Like, I'm like, yes, I'll get up actually, because I probably need to get up. You feel me? So I don't mind at all. I'm an aisle girly, like, at heart. And there was a man in the window seat and no one in between us. That has never happened to me on like a flight longer than like 2 or 3 hours, like, ever. So I was like so stoked. Like, I sat down, and then like, they're like getting ready to like taxi the plane and like get us ready for takeoff, and no one's sitting in between us. And he like looks over and he's like, oh, like, you can use the chair if you want to like put anything down, which was so nice of him. I was like so grateful for that. I was like, oh my god, thank you. Because when I was boarding the plane, I had like my purse, like a canvas bag, and then I had a duffel bag, like carry-on without a wheel. And I was lugging that thing all around LAX, which was a mistake. I did bring then also like a large suitcase and then like a small suitcase. That small suitcase like is a carry-on. So in retrospect, I should have just had that with me so I could wheel it instead of having to like carry the duffel. So on the way back, I'm going to put like all my podcast equipment and like delicate stuff in that carry-on and bring it with me on the plane as an actual carry-on, and then just put a bunch of clothes in the duffel and zip it and lock it and check that, because you can have 2 checked bags. I learned my lesson. I will literally never bring that on as a carry-on ever again, because I stuff it. It's like one of the Baggu like big cloud carry-on bags, and it's amazing, but I stuff it, and so it gets really heavy. So it is not enjoyable. But it was really nice because we get on the plane and they ran, of course, which like happens almost every time I'm on a plane. They run out of overhead bin storage. So like the guy is trying to help me find a spot to put it. And he's like, oh, I'll just take it, and I was like, oh, let me like grab some stuff out of there, because I like needed things. Like I had like a toothbrush and stuff that I wanted out of there. So I grabbed some things out of there, and then he was like walking around trying to look for a spot for it, and he couldn't find one. He was like, oh, since you guys like have the space in the middle, would you mind just like keeping it at your seat? And I was like, yeah, that's fine with me actually, because now I have access to other things that I need, and I don't have to like worry about having stuff everywhere. Like I can just put it back in the bag right now, you know, and be organized. So it worked out perfectly that like that extra chair in the middle of us, like I just put my duffel bag. I ended up putting my duffel bag under my chair. And Turkish Airways, they have footrests, which they did not have on Qatar Airways. And it's a 12-hour flight, dude. Like, if you're in economy, it's like, like being able to put your feet up is like amazing. And I had brought one of those foot hammocks, but I didn't even open it and use it because I literally put my duffel underneath. So it's like underneath my calves, kind of, my knees. And it was like a perfect size, and like the stewardess didn't like say anything. Normally you're not supposed to like have it underneath you like that big of a bag, but they didn't care because they just like had no room for it. And then I had my feet on the footrest, so that was amazing. But anyway, so that chair, when you like go to like put your chair back, it like, I remember on like Qatar Airways putting it back and being like, oh, that's it, like being kind of annoyed. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. And I was not able to sleep on that flight. I think half of me was like nervous because it was my first time meeting my boyfriend's family. The other half of me was just like excited to see him, so I didn't really sleep anyway. But this time it was different. Like I'd been here before. I was like, not obviously I was excited, but I was also like, I need to like sleep because I'm tired, because this is a red eye. So I put that all together, situated that, and I just put like my canvas bag on the chair next to me. So it's very nice of the man sitting in the window seat to let me do that. I appreciated that a lot. But yeah, the flight overall was like pretty comfortable. Like I put the chair back and it just like it kept going. Like I was like surprised that it went back as far as it did, and then the seat under you like pushed forward. And I was like, okay, I think I can manage. And then I put the little pillow they give you underneath my knees, like on top of the duffel. So it's like extra support. And then what else? I had a neck pillow. I got a new neck pillow, the ones that like feel like Velcro across. So you can like, cause I'm like, I sleep on my back or my side. But if I have to sleep on my back, I usually have my head like on its side like that. Like I just can't sleep with like my head facing up. I have it tilted to like a side. And then I like put a blanket over half of my face, like over my ear and like this, so I can like see this side, but not this side. That's just how I sleep. And yeah, so I was able to like with my new neck pillow, like tilt well, and use the blanket that they gave. So I was a comfy girl. And then I put my earplugs in. I put my eye mask on, you know, and I slept a little bit. We ate our meal, you know, once we reached altitude, we ate like dinner, and then I went and like brushed my teeth. And then, yeah, like I slept for maybe like 4 hours. There was a baby on the plane, which is fine. It's like, whatever. I'm not one to like complain about babies on a plane. But the baby did wake me up a few times, but it's okay. Like I remember like hearing the baby cry and then just like falling immediately back to sleep. So it wasn't really that disturbing. It was no big deal. But yeah, I slept for like a few hours, maybe like 4 hours probably in total. Then I woke up. I downloaded these random YouTube videos, like Tiny Desk concerts that I hadn't seen yet, you know, that had come out like a while ago. And like random like interior design like videos. I don't know, random things from like, oh, what's that YouTube channel I follow? Oh, Architectural Digest? Is it Architectural Digest? I forget. But like one of those interior design like YouTube channels. And I was just watching random stuff, and then I downloaded some TV shows on my Netflix app. And then I got the little like AirFly thing to connect to my Beats, but then I couldn't get it to work. Like I don't know if I was not like syncing the Beats the right way, but I have to figure that out like before I go on my flight back so I can actually use it. The headphones that they gave on the flight were not like horrible. They just like weren't noise canceling. So it was like loud playing plus like the show that you're watching or movie you're watching on top of it. And it was just not very easy to like focus or like, you feel me? Like it just would have been better with the noise canceling. So I'm definitely going to get the AirFly thing figured out and use that on the flight back. Basically, you plug it into like the headphone jack and then you can connect it, your Bluetooth to it. So we'll see. I'll get that figured out. But yeah, my flight was not too bad. I just like found other things to kill time. I listened to some of my like Bible in a Year, practiced some Duolingo, listened to music for a little while. Like I was just trying to kill time. Oh, and I watched Dune too. That was a good call. That killed a lot of time because that movie's like 3 hours long. So I watched Dune too. I thought it was good. Yeah, and then I landed in Istanbul. I had like one little layover and then landed here. And the first night my boyfriend picked me up with my thirst of the week, probably my first for the last 2 weeks, since I didn't have an episode last week because of all the chaos of like being here and like being on vacation. I was like, forget it, like I'm not recording, like I'm too like focused on, on everything here. But my boyfriend picked me up from the airport with a carton of Malfouf. So for those of you that have never had Malfouf specifically, if you know what like stuffed grape leaves are or dolmas, like that's the same thing, except the Malfouf is like cabbage. So it's they take a cabbage leaf and they stuff it. And oh my gosh, there's this one place like by his house. It's like a place and they only make like stuffed cabbage or grape leaves. I don't know if they like stuff any other type of leaves, but oh my god. I remember trying it last time being like, what is this? Like, do they have this in LA? Because this is so good. It's like addicting. I like have no words. I was like, yeah, when you pick me up from the airport, can you bring me a package of that? And he did. Fresh, baby. He was still warm. It's like, but yeah, so I just conked out though, because I had only slept like 4 hours. I like practically pulled an all-nighter. So I just conked out when I got back, and then my boyfriend had work the next day, so I just kind of like settled in, like gabbed with his mom. We just like chilled, ate lunch, breakfast, and then hung out with Sparky. Oh, Sparky the next morning, because I was trying not to wake him that night, because it was like by the time we got back to his place, it was like 1 a.m., 1:30. I was trying not to disturb him, but then Thursday morning when I saw Sparky, oh my gosh, it was literally the cutest thing ever. He was like confused when he saw me first. He was like looking weird, and then he freaked out. He was so excited to see his little mommy. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I missed him so much. I will post a picture or a little video of him because he's the cutest little thing ever. It's been so nice to see him and Mr. Levi. It's Ibra's brother's cat, and he is so handsome. He did like hiss at me a few times, but now he's warmed up to me again. But yeah, that was it for that first night. And then Thursday, so I arrived like just after midnight Thursday, and then Thursday after Ibra got off work, we went to, what did we do Thursday? I don't think we really did much. We just chilled. We got food and stuff. Oh, and then Friday, we went to Bahrain, and we went to the Ritz-Carlton there, and they have a bunch of like restaurants and bars and like a big pool, and like it's like a resort on a beach. It's like amazing, so pretty. So we hung out. We went to this place called Trader Vic's, which they like have in the US. And we had some like food and drinks, and then there was like live music there, and so that was really cool. It was like a really good vibe for like a Friday night. And then what did we do? We just like chilled, went back to the hotel, and then the next morning we got brunch and went to the mall. We went to 2 malls. We went to like one new mall, and then another mall that like we had been to before. We were trying to look for film for Ibra's camera, but they didn't have it, so it's just gonna have to get it on Amazon. But yeah, so we just like chilled. We had a like nice day out. It was like very, very good weather. We were so lucky, so that was a nice day. And then this week has been really chill. I'm gonna look through my laps right now. Maybe I'll post some photos here too. Y'all should follow me on laps. But yeah, Thursday was great. We just chilled. Friday went to Bahrain. Saturday we just like drove around, we explored, and then Sunday was nice. After Ibra got off work, we went to the new Line location, and that was really cool. We got a latte. Their lattes are just like unbeatable. They're so good. I mean, I like espresso, like just drinking like a single or double shot, but I'm a latte girly at heart. Like some good non-dairy milk and like a double shot. Like you can't beat that. And his lattes are so good. So 10 out of 10, delicious. Like they remind me kind of Blue Bottle. I'm trying to think where else in LA like there are really good lattes like that, because I'm very picky with my lattes, but Blue Bottle. And then last night we went to Ithra, and they had this pop-up the Ralph Lauren like coffee truck pop-up that I guess they have like Ralph Lauren in New York, like a coffee shop, which I didn't know, but Eber said that they had it there as a pop-up, and we went, so that was really cool. We got a latte at like 9 at night, which was psycho. And then we went to Kaf and got they have like a nitro hibiscus tea. That was insane. I will be going there again before I leave, because that was amazing, and I will be trying to recreate it myself at home because it was so good. Delicious. If there is one thing that I could share with y'all about Saudi culture, it's that they love their coffee. They love their coffee. For those of you that don't know, like alcohol is not legal here. Drugs and alcohol, like death penalty, girl. Not legal. So culturally, people spend a lot of time at like cafes. That's like their equivalent of a bar, essentially. It's like a place to go and gather and like hang out with friends socially at like late hours. Like when people in like the US and other countries would be like at a bar till 2, like people will literally be like in a cafe till like past midnight. And I have never seen so many like boutique cafes and roasteries and like coffee shops. Like there are not that many chains. It's like every block there's like at least like 1 or 2 like originally like made like businesses of coffee, and a lot of them are really good. We went to one yesterday and it was like this pour over, but it was like a grape pour over. Like it like tasted like grape flavor, but it wasn't sweetened at all. I do not know how to describe what it was, but it was really, really good. Although like I feel like it needed milk. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm a latte girl, so like if I have pour over, like I will taste it black just to get like the flavor profile, but then I will add milk after. I'm not a black coffee girl, and if there is no milk in sight, I will just add sugar, because like yeah, except for like with espresso, like I can have just like espresso like by itself because it's like a tiny bit, but like to drink a whole pour over black, it's just not my like go-to. It's not my favorite, although like Line espresso bar and roastery, like they have some crazy roasts. And this week while I've been here like making coffee at Ibra's house, I've been having Line pour over. Like some days I've been having it black, and it's like good enough that I'm like, wait, like this doesn't need anything, this is good by itself. So I'm vibing with that. Yeah, we've had a lovely week. We've just had a grand old time. It's been so great spending time with Ibra. I've missed him so much, so I'm just like, I'm so smitten. Like we're just like spending every waking minute that we can together. I mean, he works like while I'm here, so like while he's at work, I'm just like chilling, like vibing, gabbing with his mom, like eating, showering, getting all glammed up, that way when like he gets off work, we can just like go out and do whatever. But I'm so grateful that like his mom and I get along so well. She is like such a girl's girl, and she loves to gab, and I'm like I'm so lucky. I'm so happy that she is like so nice, and that we can like talk about things, and we like have a lot in like common. like I feel like spiritually kind of that we like can talk about, and we can just gap about stuff. And I'm like, I'm so lucky that like my future mother-in-law is going to be amazing, because not everyone can say the same. I'm very blessed. I am so grateful for that. Oh, also, like, another thing that I'm thirsting for is like just the falafel here. Like, I'm sure it goes without saying, like, obviously, like, I'm in the Middle East, of course the falafel is going to be better, but like the average random hole in the wall falafel place that's just like down the street from Ibra, that he's like, oh, I don't even like that one, it's like fine, it's whatever, like you can't even compare it to like the ones in the places in the US that I've been told like is like good falafel. You literally can't even compare. It is so much better here. Like I don't know where people are going wrong. I don't know where the disconnect is, but I guess if anybody is Middle Eastern in LA and they've had like authentic falafel here in the Middle East and they know of a place that is as good as the falafel I have back home, let me know, because I'm like struggling now to like ever want to eat falafel back in LA. After that, it's so good. And he's like, oh, this place isn't even that good, like this other place is better. And I'm like, oh, okay. all right. So yeah, those are my thirsts. Anyway, I'm going to log off, y'all. Ibra's almost home from work, so I'm gonna go chill, eat a little snacky poo, and I don't know, I think we're gonna go for like a walk tonight. The weather's been so good. It's been like in the 80s, but then like at night when we're like going out and like hanging out, it's like 70s, like low 80s. It was a little bit humid yesterday, but tomorrow it's literally gonna be like 70. Like that's gonna be the high, and I'm like, that's weather I can sign up for, y'all. So we're just gonna chill, maybe go for a walk tonight, cook dinner here, just like hang, maybe watch a movie. I got some like popcorn from the store, so maybe we'll just have like a nice night in, and then tomorrow we'll like go out and like walk when it's like cooler. But yeah, anyway, I hope that y'all have a wonderful week. I'm like debating whether I'm gonna record another episode while I'm here next week. Tuesday is my last day, and I will have some like time while Ibra's at work to like record another episode, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll update y'all in the next episode. It will either be from here or I'll just record another one when I'm back home. So maybe you'll see me next week, maybe you'll see me in 2 weeks. But either way, I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you have the best time, and that you have loved ones that you're able to spend time with. If you can't be with them in person, at least like FaceTime or like video chat some people that you love and care about, and you know, appreciate your and voice your, you know, gratitude for them, and like give thanks, y'all. Like spend time with the ones you love, tell them that you love them and that you're grateful for them, and eat some yummy food and have a wonderful Black Friday. Get those deals, y'all, and have a nice weekend and be safe, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.